When installing into a trough, it's essentially you get a nice clean hole at the end of the trough. So a simple cutter on the end of the drill such as this is ideal, so that you can make a clean hole in the middle of the trough and the probe can then be inserted horizontally into this trough. It wants to be bang in the middle, as it does with a bag. So once you've cut the hole and augured out some coir, you can then insert the probe into this trough and you should be then getting good readings. We've got the probe installed into the trough. What we now need to do is to connect to the probe configuration program to check the sensors. I've got good contact with the coir. So I'm going to click on the connect button here, click on sensor test and query all the sensors. So the top 6 are moisture, the bottom 6 are temperature. You can see here the moisture contents are all very similar in the top 6 sensors here, or through the length of the probe. So the probe's horizontal in the coir trough. Readings all very similar, which is what we expect to see. So I'm happy with that. We can now move on to the clock. Check that the clock's okay. If we need to change the time, we click on synchronize with the computer. You'll notice that the text up here is now turned red. To save the change, I need to click on write to probe, click OK. That saved the changes down to the probe. This box here doesn't get altered. This is telling us that every 30 minutes a reading's been logged onto the data logger on the probe itself. Check the sensors in the probe installed into the trough. The rest of the procedure can be followed on a previous clip entitled Installing Probe into Pots. Assuming we've finished everything, the last thing that's wise to do is to back up the configuration. Clicking on back up the configuration will back every setting up on this probe. So should the probe crash for whatever reason, if you've backed this up to a known location, you can actually at this point restore it back onto the probe, saving all of its settings.